Hello out there, YouTube. This is another episode of your somewhat regularly scheduled YouTube show, Denzicaster, and I'm Josh.
Sam.
And we are here to give our first impressions of the first 4 episodes of Akibaranger, where pain is strength and you are only as powerful as your delusions.
Love the show.
But I mean, I haven't seen this for a very long time. I mean, it's been at least a couple of years since I watched this. No, Sam, this was your first time ever seeing it. So, what were your first impressions of?
I wasn't sure what to expect because I've been watching the other Tokusatsu Sentais with Mike and his crew, and those are like I overthink those too much. But with this one, I don't even have to think at all. Like, they make fun of themselves. I'm like, yes, love it.
Now, I actually have to say, to be fair, the characters actually overthink it way too much, which is kind of why the show works so well.
Yes.
Especially our Akiba Red, where he's on a secret mission for the SPD, when it ends up actually he's just some Tanuki delivery guy on his little moped. And I mean, I really like the fact that when the delusions actually stubbornly ram into reality, especially the secret base, quote unquote.
Like they in the latest episode we just watched, they actually tried not to have delusions, and that just made it worse. It's like they can't help but live in their imaginary world, and they don't care what. Well, I don't think they realize what they're doing in public, because especially our Red Ranger flips out in the middle of crowds going, food's not turning into sand. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, no. It's like, get no, this food can't turn into sand. And I have to say, out of all the 3 Akiba, my favorite one's probably Akiba Yellow Yumeria.
Yes.
Just because her delusions take a decidedly more NSFW turn than Red's delusions. Where she is a, as she puts it, a rotten girl. Mm-hmm. As in, like, her, especially,
she likes yaoi.
She loves, especially aggressive yaoi. Which is because at one point, they get their commander tells them that the only thing that makes your delusions better is sake. So, get really drunk and then go have delusions and fight in public. It'll be amazing.
No, they kept getting stuck in their own delusions.
And and then because of that, the monster of the week, Kabuki, who was effectively a hostess club pimp that fought with glitter and inappropriate tickling.
Yes.
Where
it was very effective.
It was super effective. And then where he goes, "I'm going to punish you," and then he like wraps him up with scarves.
Yeah,
and
it got kind of creepy very quickly. And poor Blue. Blue was just like, what is going on with you guys?
So what do you think about what do you think about Blue being the quote unquote noob of the group?
I think she's the voice of reason, because she's mainly the one questioning everything, going, why is there a background? What's with the explosions? What is going on?
She also kind of, to me, seems like the voice of the viewer, where she's like, why is it daytime? We were in night. And then, of course, Red Ranger just quips in almost immediately, because do you realize how hard it is to shoot at night?
So, it's a very good show for what it is, personally.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that this show also, it's not for kids at all, but it targets parents of kids that watch Super Sentai, that actually grew up watching Super Sentai, and they're very, very keenly aware of the tropes of Sentai series. I mean, especially, there's one moment where they're in a cosplay store, and Yellow is changing into various female commanders, and Red, whom is just desperately trying to not have delusions, and then starts having delusions about various female commanders and
in various costumes.
And then they are surrounded by a horde of just, I guess, random sketchy dudes.
They're waiting for the next costume. So, just.
What do you think about the design of the costume? Especially, what do you think about their robot?
I've only seen the robot once, I believe, so far. And the robot itself has its own attitude. Like, he himself took himself out of battle. I don't remember why, but he's like, nope, this ain't gonna work. I'm out of here.
And I like that the robot is, unlike most mecha where you see them form up and then you see them cut to a different location. I mean, it's just, they make jokes about how, like, it's not very comfortable because it's a car that transforms immediately into a not so giant robot. Another thing, I really like the Gumps in this, the soulless corporate drones.
Yes.
There was like quotas, and I like that each monster of the week actually has like a specific flavor of corporate drones.
Mm-hmm. But they're still obviously corporate drones, but they fit with the monster.
Oh yeah, like with Kabuki, they're creepy nightlife like skeezy corporate drones, and then for
Buddha.
Yeah, they're Buddhist monk corporate drones.
Oh, and it works well.
Anything that you didn't particularly care for or kind of struck you as just a little off when you watched this, Sam?
It took me a while to figure out what was actually going on, like with the delusions. It's like, are they fighting for real? No, they're fighting in imaginary. And then, okay, so what is the point of fighting imaginary enemies? I've kind of lost track of that.
Like I said, they kind of, without going too much, they address that a lot. That's one of the core themes of the series.
Okay.
Is how much of it is real. I would say that that some of the storylines don't explain themselves terribly well. Like I know when we were watching the episode 4, you were a little bit confused on where it was going, and well, to be fair, they were very confused on it too.
Where it was going.
The whole the whole trope of the Blue Ranger going off to go for training in Izu, which you assume because she's a martial arts nut is martial arts training, but ends up that she was going to train on how to be a better delusional geek like her senpai.
But she told her crew that they couldn't have delusions, and I'm like, oh, why can't they have delusions?
I think it was her trying to, well, at the time trying to enforce some kind of reason upon her teammates, but no, not really.
It didn't work. So, I don't really have much to say about the show except it's awesome, much better than I expected. I'm laughing at the fact that they make fun of themselves.
One of the thing about this is that, I mean, I forgot so much of it since I watched it so long ago, but I really like the characters. Oh, I like just some of the little stuff about how Yumari will actually break character and kind of get a little dark where she's drawing a fan manga and they go, so what are you drawing? Something beyond your comprehension.
She acts like she's trying to pretend she's a teenager when she's 23, and that to me is still a youngster, but that apparently is old.
Oh no, and then in the last 2 episodes, for a moment, she's a 23-year-old that's pretending to be an elementary school boy.
Yeah, well, that changes quickly when she gets accosted by a pervert, so.
Like an actual pervert, not a delusional pervert.
Yeah. But I do like her. She's true to herself, though. It's like, yeah, not many people can be.
And I like that she is... She gave it a good college try to actually not partake in her delusion. She's like, no, bad. I will not enable my addiction.
Must run away.
And I have to say that the yaoi manga signing that she went to, I mean, you saw the cover of the manga and it was suitably aggressive, let's say. So I didn't really have any problems with this. I love this series. I'm actually kind of digging that I can't wait to see what you think of it in like the later episodes, especially as the plot develops.
There is a plot?
Oh yeah, I know. Exactly. Yeah, I know. Yes, there is. But as far as rating this, I would actually give this a hell yeah, just because it is super subversive.
Great entertainment value. And
it is quite possibly one of the most meta Sentai series as I have ever seen.
So, good job. Yay.
But anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. Tune in. I know right now, like I said, this is not quite as semi-regular as we would like. However,
we gotta get
real life happens, kids. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Sam.
And we will catch you next time on Denzicaster.